Traders from around the entire globe, welcome to your Wednesday real life stock review, and that is spelled Wednesday. Yes, loving it, feeling good, trading good, and there's a lot of great movers out there today. Let's go look at some of them. First on the list, LK. A lot of people are asking about this one. Earnings is around the corner, and this is how a lot of people are playing LK here at RLT. Looking for it to continue higher. Bottom line, the fact that it took out this really big bearish volume candle, it says a lot. Yesterday was the closing, call it a confirmation candle, whatever candle you want to call it. Beautiful close above all these resistances, all this candle. I do like LK to continue. A lot of my coaching students are in some $45 leaps on LK. Some other stocks I want to talk about. Let's see. We got Beyond Meat, BYND. This is one that some traders are in right now. Study this chart. It's a really, really good gap. This is one that I also mentioned to those in the World Series of Day Trading that are on my team. I posted this one this morning to go bullish on Beyond Meat, mostly because it just had a nice gap, right? Gapping above these little pivots, gapping above this pivot, gapping above that high, a little bit of an upper shadow. Relative bullish trend for the most part, right? You're above those averages on a daily. The weekly, you're above all the averages on a weekly chart. You got to bounce off the weekly. So they definitely have some relative strength. The volume down here looks good. Nice gap on Beyond Meat. And the way a few people might have played it or could have played it, bottom line is there's your bearish 5-minute candle. There's your huge hammer. There's your smaller hammer. So your entry most likely should have been or could have been somewhere right around that 124.5 mark. With a stop, if you're really conservative, all the way down at 122, entry 124.5, or you could have a stop around 122.5. But either way, it's going to be a small win, and sometimes small wins are better than bad wins or no wins at all. CrowdStrike, CRWD, we do have some call options as far as an official swing trade is concerned on CrowdStrike. I like the general trend, and I'm really hoping that CrowdStrike can eventually close above 66.84. That's the goal / hope. We will see if it occurs. It may or may not. I'm not entirely sure. But what I can say is if it does close above there, I think some bears will be a little bit trapped, and then the hopeful predominant trend will take over on CrowdStrike. Can't go a whole stock review without talking about Tesla. So Tesla, by the way, folks, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but we drew this. I drew this. Mr. Squiggles drew this back on February the 5th. So I hope that was some benefit to you for those who are trading Tesla. So therefore, as of now, I'm going to be keeping an eye over the next 2 or 3 days for Tesla to start breaking down, potentially, okay? Doesn't mean it's going to have to, but so far, I've been spot on. In fact, this exact bounce right here, this pullback was called almost to the exact hour and pretty much the exact same price as well, which is pretty phenomenal. Yeah, so keep an eye on Tesla. It was a very, very nice retest gap today. Really nice retest. Here's the gap up. Here's the pullback. This is the retest. This is the spot that you're buying. Stop is down here somewhere and just ride it up. Sell here, sell at the new highs. So at this point, I'm keeping an eye on Tesla to probably roll over a little bit, just to see what happens. But beautiful, beautiful move. Anyway, so that's Tesla. I'm going to be keeping an eye on it the next 2 or 3 days to see if we start getting some rollover action that we can take advantage of, and only time will tell. Whew, ladies and gentlemen, it's Virgin Galactic, aka Space, ticker symbol SPCE. This has been already one of the most popularly requested stocks in today's review. Yes, it's absolutely dominated, and if you have not gotten a chance to read my debit spread article, you should. This was the article that most traders single-handedly won tens of thousands of dollars playing Virgin Galactic with some leap call options because of this particular article. I do my absolute best to really, really spell it out and kind of give you an idea of what I think you should consider doing relatively strongly on Virgin Galactic. So again, this was written last week, but man, this was next level neurolinguistic programming. Look at that. Now you could also just buy, look at that, just, it's in capital letters for everyone, Anyway, SPCE doing its thing, earnings around the corner. No, I do not have any put sales. No, I am not selling bear call spreads against this position. That is one of my no-nos. That is one of my main rules in credit spreads and swing trading is I do not try calling the top of a obvious trend with credit spreads. So let's see what happens on earnings. The fundamentals on this company are absolutely horrific, but the volume alone and the short squeeze was going to cause a good move. Hoping for a gap down on earnings, and then we'll get to play some bounces and have a good time. But for right now, just wait on Virgin Galactic. It's kind of, yeah, it's a little high. Okay, in-phase energy just being silly. ENPH going berserk mode. I really, really wish I held more of this position. I got out fully. We played this hammer and the bounce off the 200 simple back over here for a swing trade. A lot of traders made some really good money on it, but got out way too early, obviously. Hey, a win's a win, but man, I would have loved to have bought, 1,000 shares down here and still had those 1,000 shares. In-phase energy just going berserk. How high is it going to go? I really don't know, folks, but I'll tell you this. I'm not buying right here. That's what I'm saying. Not buying in-phase energy right here. We're probably going to get some pullbacks tomorrow, and feel free to wait it out. SunPower Energy, really perfect gap. The last time I analyzed it back on the 12th, you had a bearish gap and go on earnings, and then we gapped down and trade into the long-term averages on both the daily and the weekly chart. So the weekly 100 and 200 simple moving average on SunPower, working on bouncing off of those. I do like that. So my overall thought perspective on this one's going to be most likely look to buy a pullback on SunPower and look to go long on a pullback, especially if it can close like this up here today. Next on the list, Tilray. Watch Tilray. Keep your eyes on it. It's worth, I don't know. It can make it up to $19.95. So aggressive day traders or swing traders, here's your pennant pattern. High wave candle, gap action. Nice gap and go 3 days ago on Tilray. So $19.95 would be a little bit of a target. Watch it. It could break out any day, any moment, and then play it long into the 100 simple. Next, we got Micron Technology, and Micron is a beauty. This is one that I lost small on the day trade. I did try to fade it, and why would you try to short something in this market? That's just dumb. But the pattern looked really good. Pattern had a nice pennant pattern. You got to close below support. I shorted the pullback, and I lost small on Micron. I lost less on Micron than I won on ticker symbol NEE, which was a fade. Nextera Energy, buying it down here. This was actually a 1 minute double bottom. So if I come over here to the 1 minute chart, trying to get better at 1 minute double bottoms, just 1 minute charts in general. But there it is, perfect double bottom on a 1 minute, playing it on a pullback and just slowly letting it creep higher on Nextera Energy. That was the winner for me today. So one winner, one loser, and I'm profitable on the day as far as day trades are concerned. So that's good. And, we'll see what else kind of plays out, what else happens. Swing trade account stuff up almost 2 Rs, aka $814 right now on some positions. We'll see how those play out, what they end up doing, if anything at all. Maybe nothing, maybe something, but that's kind of cool, I guess. Overall open P&L almost 31,000 and some change, which, that will buy some sandwiches. So we'll see what happens today. Definitely looking at closing some swings. One of those swings is going to be 3D printing. Got a covered call at $13. So looking at that one, hopefully to expire in the money this Friday. And if not, I will sell another covered call against 3D printing next week. So a lot of good stuff out there, folks. RLT is growing in leaps and bounds, which I love. RLT Australia is going to be live in a matter of minutes. In fact, I think it actually is live right now. So if you're watching this recording and you are somewhere in the Aussie land, in that country and or continent, RLT Australia open house will be starting next week, 24th, 26th, and 28th. It's going to be epic. For anyone who's here, anywhere in the U.S. or any time zone that's normal, you'll probably be asleep during this particular event. But if you are on the other side of the world and or globe, therefore, you're going to have a really fun opportunity to join one of my greatest friends, best traders I've ever met, 1 minute master options specialist, Ricky Cadden. That's going to be really fun to watch and be a part of. So anyway, that's going to be next week. Just something to keep in mind. Otherwise, folks from around the world, thank you for watching today's Wednesday stock review. I hope it was helpful and or slightly beneficial. And until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. You guys rock. Bye.